What's going on, true believers? Guys, it looks like it is altcoin season. Ethereum is now outperforming Bitcoin. Bitcoin's facing resistance at 63,000. And have you ever thought about moving to an island? Maybe IslaInu is the crypto for you. This is not financial advice, but I am always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
All right, guys, the market's at $2.869 trillion with $162 billion in trading volume. None of it still going into Tether. That means that we are still in a massive bull run. Bitcoin, however, Bitcoin is struggling at 63,000. It can't seem to get over that hump, and it can't seem to stay over that hump. And that's actually a pretty good thing, because if you look at the dominance level, 41.4, Ethereum is up to 18.8. Things are basically normal as it is. However, Ethereum is up to 45.62 right now. Binance has moved up to 551. Solana has now officially flipped Cardano and is now in 5th place in tokens overall, as the Cardano slide continues. But there was a massive pump on Cardano overnight, bringing them up 7%. So there's a lot of things going on, and my poor Phantom has just fallen to the wayside. It's like Halloween's over and y'all just don't care anymore. Ugh. Moving on. I'm just an island boy. I'm just an island boy. I'm just an Oh, hey. How are you guys? You didn't see that, whatever it was. But today we're going to talk about a new crypto called IslaInu. And it started with these guys right here. All right, guys, let's break this down. IslaInu is a new name, meme token, based off the Island Boys, which were two colorful, tattoo-adorned identical twins that became an internet sensation after they posted a TikTok video where they freestyled their rap song, I'm just an island boy. Sorry, I like that song, so sue me. In a swimming pool, they garnered millions of views and likes in the process. The internet buzz for the Island Boys was super strong, and it wasn't long before the crypto meme community fashioned a token to celebrate these unlikely celebrities. But if you thought the Island Boys and their antics were colorful, then the token developed in their name took it up a notch, and then some. In what can only be described as one of the most eventful meme token launches to date, IslaInu ultimately survived a Telegram bot attack, a massive celebrity token dump, bailing pre-sale investors, and much ensuing drama to come out the other end, a little battered and bruised, but itching to make up for lost ground. So here we are today. Now, why was there all of this drama? Well, it starts with a girl, as most stories do. And this girl, well, she liked to show her girls to people on the internet, and she was a crypto celebrity. And we're not going to name her here because I don't want to go to the moon. You know what I mean, girl? So we're going to do a quick summary about what happened here. So 1% of the circulating supply was given to this internet celebrity, this female internet celebrity, and it was worth a certain amount, but it quickly, because IslaInu started to take off quickly, it turned into about $100,000. And apparently, this paper-handed, I don't remember what I call him, but you know what I'm talking about. This paper-handed person decided that $100,000 was way more than her integrity. So she decided that she was going to dump. Now, fearing that she was going to dump and knowing that she was already talking about it, the developers reached out to her and asked her if she would not do that, and if maybe they could compensate her for her work and everything that she's done to ensure that they were continuing on a smooth pattern. And she said something about, I'm nervous, and she did some Dave Chappelle, I'm rich, bitch, and sold everything for $100,000. And that caused a massive, and we're going to look at it right here. Pay no attention to the people that it is. But that caused a massive dump. So here we are today, and they're still here. But she's not. So here we are, and at this point, you would think that IslaInu would just cut their losses and just be like, you know what, it's not even worth it. But guess what? Here they are. They didn't just cut their losses. They doubled down and started to work repairing and doing right by their investors. The team bought out all the pre-sale investors. They got cold feet during the launch debacle, burned all their tokens, which meant that 75% of pre-salers that would have otherwise acted as sell pressure were instantly removed from the supply. Encouragingly, the remaining pre-sale investors demonstrated their long-term faith in the project by committing a third of their tokens to staking, again suggesting they would be likely to hold long-term. And from where things currently stand, that seems to be the case. The token has found a solid price floor with little remaining sell pressure and is trading sideways, likely until the rest of the crypto community realizes this project is far from over and starts to show interest again. Now, when you go look at it, you're going to see that there was a massive amount of sell-off. And here we are in this market that is about to start booming. And what do you have? You got the Island Boys. I'm an Island Boy. Anyway, you got the Island Boys. In the meantime, instead of walking away, the devs, they started functionality. So what do you have now? What you have now is IslaInu is an ERC20 token deployed on the Ethereum network, functioning as a utility token for a self-sustaining ecosystem. The token has two main fees associated with every transaction of buy and sell. 4% marketing and development fund to help with continued development and maintenance costs and to promote and grow the reach of IslaInu. And a 2% reflection as a HODL reward for loyal holders, split as a percentage supply. As the burn address is the largest holder, 57% of the total supply, a little over 1% of this reflection will be burned, with the rest going to the hodlers. Token burns take place every few days. So in addition to hodlers receiving tokens with every transaction, hodlers and stakers will also benefit from the decrease in supply triggered by token burns, as a dwindling supply will foster increased upward price movement. The total supply is 100 billion tokens, 57% of which have already been burned. So the actual supply is 43 billion, which is continually decreasing due to ongoing burns. In addition, taking accounts of tokens held back for staking rewards together with pre-sale lockup, the circulating supply is just 10% of the total supply. Thus, there's only around 10 billion tokens currently in circulation, and this will fall even further when additional tokens are taken out of circulation through staking. In addition, pre-sale tokens have been locked and unlocked, and the unlocks will occur in the increments to minimize the effect on token price. So let's talk about the ecosystem real quick, and let's get just an idea of what is going on this sweet island. The core components of the token ecosystem for the IslaInu staking app, which was rolled out on Monday, stakers have two options: to deposit IslaInu tokens for single-sided staking, no extra ETH is required apart from the gas fees, provide liquidity to the IslaInu Uniswap pool. Staking rewards will start off at a set 500 tokens per block, with stakers receiving block rewards based on their percentage stake in the overall pool, which is variable and will change depending on the pool size. A large portion of supply is being reserved for block rewards, and these may be adjusted at a future date depending on the project dynamics and success. This is the backbone to the token ecosystem and should incentivize users to stake their tokens, either single-sided or to provide liquidity. The second major component of the ecosystem will be a game island and NFT marketplace, which are currently in development. Here, game rewards will incentivize holders to play and spend tokens. Tokens accumulated by the project through the game island and NFT marketplace will be deposited back into the staking contract rewards pool, creating a sustainable flow of IslaInu for stakers, thus contributing to the ongoing future of the project. The team also hint that they are developing a unique twist to their game island, with more details to come. Let's take a quick look at the site and let's see what we find. And to be fair, I've already looked at this and I absolutely love the design and the layout of the IslaInu. So IslaInu is right here. This, in case you are looking, it's islandinu.io. I don't know why they're in the Indian Ocean, but hey, What I just explained to you is what we're getting right here. Here's a little bit about the IslaInu ecosystem. Gives you the ideas of what I just laid out before you with all the components. And then here's phase one, which is Uniswap listing, which is already done. Intense marketing, which is being done right now and didn't end as well as it could have with the paper moon hand person. The white paper and CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap listing, and a $10 million market cap. So, all right, guys, let's take a look. Trading at 91.88 right now. It's down 9% to the previous day. Daily volume is a little bit low at 25,000, but a couple of holders, and that's going to pick up. Now, the important part here is the market cap is already almost at 10 million. And look where we are today. We're at 91.88. You can see this bottomed out during that big sell-off moment. It bottomed out around 5,000. So if you had pumped yourself back into this already, then you've probably doubled your money from that bottom. So that puts you in a great place. There's not much room for anywhere but up, which means that you are coming in at the very bottom. There's 702 holders already, and they're planning a big marketing campaign. The big marketing campaign is going to be centered around surfing, the island. It's going to be centered around everything that you think of when you are on an island. Guys, a quick check of liquidity analysis shows that there's adequate liquidity present, 84.27 Ethereum, and at least 95% of the liquidity is burned or locked, and the creator wallet contains less than 5% of the liquidity. These are all great signs when you are looking for one of those plays. So you can certainly find a whole lot of other products that are just not at this level. So now the question, would I recommend IslaInu? Well, considering that the token seems to have found a price floor, there's not very much sell pressure left. The fact that the dev team is still working on this and they are still reaching out to people in order to try to salvage a product that otherwise got rugged by a paper-handed, what do I call them, moon person? The only way for this token to go is up. These guys are invested in it. These guys are pushing hard for it. In addition, the staking pool right now is very underpopulated, so you've got a chance to be an early staker in a meme token that has every chance of resurrecting itself once the community realizes that the devs are serious about making this a success. And what I think you're going to see is you're going to start to see a little bit of movement as people start to see what's going on in here and realize there is a great opportunity. Now, if you missed out on Floki, if you missed out on Hawk, if you missed out on Kishu, if you missed out on everything that I cover every single day, even if you missed out on Keanu, this is an opportunity for you to make a nice play. I think that IslaInu is probably way undervalued right now, especially when you consider that it's maintaining itself with a staking mechanism, which I think is important, and I think it's a use case for the future. It's important to note that the token is actually only 1/10 of the circulating market cap as shown on DEX tools due to token burns, locks, and tokens held back for staking rewards. The team's currently working to correct all of that, so when the crypto community realizes that there's a $1 million market cap meme token with functional single-sided staking, then there's going to be an influx of funds into IslaInu. Now, can it go 100x? Guys, if it goes 100x, then even if it goes 10x, that's not going to blow the market cap up too high. So, opportunity presents itself very rarely for you. So when it does, you got to take advantage of it. This market is tough. There's a lot of rug pulls. There's a lot of situations in which people are out there trying to steal from you, trying to get your money. This doesn't appear to be one of them. This appears to be one of the good ones. And after all the drama that's gone on, and you know what? And they say that drama is the spice of the internet. But after all the drama that's gone on, these guys have reached out to multiple influencers. They have continued to work towards improving their product, and they have continued to push to make sure that you, the investor get something for your investment. And that includes staking, Game Island, which is coming up soon, an NFT marketplace, which is coming up soon. And these guys are just getting started. And part of this is because they have a successful marketing wallet, and they are using that for their campaign to make this a good product. And that is really all you can ask from a product. Now, the next step is, can we get some traction? So if anybody out there is looking for a play, I have already made my play, spoiler alert. So we'll see where it goes, but I'm in on it for the short term, hopefully the long term, because I think that we're going to make some serious money off of it. Moving on. All right, HokkFi trading at 53.23. That's down 14%, but the new launch is coming. It doesn't matter that you broke a little bit of support down here. Doesn't matter that there is that channel right there that leads to that big upside, because guess what? It's about to have a big upside. You guys do not understand how lucky and how fortunate you are if you are in this product right now. This relaunch is going to reinvigorate, re-energize the entire team, and it's going to make this thing sail to the moon. So if you're not in, you better get in. And if you are in, you better hold on, because it's about to get crazy. Moving on. All right, Sanshu, 80.67, down 17% to the previous day. If you were out there and you're looking, this is a buy opportunity, and it is a buy opportunity because what I explained yesterday was they barely broke support. Now it looks like they are trending way back to an upside, and this new level is being created right here. And if you can't see it, then we're talking about right about here to about here, which means that they are trending even further to that upside. Now, if we leave this where it is and we say that this is still our channel and that this is the downside, then you will notice that the turn has already taken place and we are moving back to the top of this channel, which could put you just in very short order. And if you look at the amount of time that it takes for Sanshu to moon, then in very short order, you could be looking at a doubling of Sanshu just like that. This product never quits. It's got its bumps, it goes up, it goes down, but guess what? There's a whole lot of money to be made here, and there's a whole lot of things going on in the universe. So get your bag packed if you don't already have it packed, because you're in the right side of that channel, or at least you're testing that side, and that usually means that you are going to have a big, big moment. Of course, for anybody, full disclaimer, we are starting to enter what I think is at least Ethereum season. Altcoin season might even be starting along with it. So that means that these pumps, these are test pumps. They are not even close to the blow-off tops that are about to happen, but they are happening. So take advantage of them. Do not miss out. All right, Floki Vikings represent. Last night, you saw your dip go down to about 2,100. There was a flash down to 2,000, but you settled right around 2,100, and here we are at 25.75, up 24% on the day already, with a trading volume of $26 million, and the diluted market cap is still at 2.5 billion. I think we need to go about 3 or 4x to get up to the other big dog on the block, which we're going to talk about very soon. But Floki is well on its way to wealth and prosperity for all of the holders. You guys have been killing it. I believe yesterday it was announced that because it's Thanksgiving, Floki will be deep in turkey. I wish I were a ventriloquist and I could have done that while I was drinking that. But guys, there is now an ad campaign which is going to be all over the airports of Istanbul. There's going to be Floki billboards everywhere. You are looking at the beginning of world domination in crypto. People who don't know Floki now know Floki. 200 million people went through the Istanbul airport last year. That's a lot of eyes that are looking at Floki signs through the holidays. And don't forget, through Los Angeles, through New York, through England, through the Netherlands, there are Floki signs everywhere. It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And yes, ladies, bigger. Moving on. All right, Saitama Wolfpack, I can tell you this. I passed out last night waiting and waiting and waiting patiently for another dip like this one, or another dip like this one, or this one, so that I could accumulate even more Saitama, because it seems crazy to not have a giant bag full of Saitama at this point. Everything that you guys touch has turned to gold, and here we are at a $9 billion diluted market cap, and you are seeing nothing but up continue. So, that begs the question, what's next? The answer is to keep accumulating, because at 44 million transactions in daily volume, then you're looking at burning over the course of 2 months 1 quadrillion tokens, and there are only 43 quadrillion remaining, which means that you are burning an enormous amount of supply. But then, when you look at a day like the last 24 hours, you've had $67 million in transactions, which means that this is going even faster, if it maintains that way, than we originally thought. So that is an incredible and interesting thing, and that's going to make a big difference. So if you're not already in, you should probably get in, and if you are in, you should probably wipe that grin off your face, because you're making me look bad. Moving on. All right, Kishu, you guys are right inside that support channel. It looks like you just bounced off of the bottom, and it looks like you are creeping your way back up. Now, the last time you touched that bottom, it ended way up here. So if this bounce is to be trusted, and it's not one of these, if this bounce is to be trusted right now, that means you guys are about to get way up here, and that would be a great thing for the investors. The NFT crates are released. Everything is working to the good. It's just a matter of putting it all together, accumulating, and getting sent. It's all on you now. Moving on. All right, StarLink troopers, you guys are trading at 43.67 off of $14 million in volume yesterday. Yesterday, we were sitting here creating this flag. We were showing you that you were in the flag pattern and that there were two ways for it to go. It was to the upside or it was to the downside. Right now, it took a quick pop down to the downside. It looks like you're establishing a little bit of support right here, because this line seems to be a new level of support. So, hopefully, very quickly, before people start to see it and recognize it, this will move back up to the upside here. And once it does, you guys will just start getting sent, because the algorithms are just looking for similar patterns to what's going on right now. You guys are set up in a perfect spot with a perfect opportunity, but you don't want it to go to this downside. You want it to go to the upside, because that's when the investors are starting to see it, and that's when it starts to rocket, and that's when you really go to space. So, guys, got to be some support, and good luck. Moving on. All right, boss tokens, you guys are at 32.77. That's down 5% to the previous day, but you are in a nice little accumulation pattern that's going on right here. Now, it's trending to the downside. You would like to see it hit that upside just a little bit, but it looks like if I'm pulling a stick right here to here, that you're probably at the bottom level of that, and that you're going to trend back upwards, and maybe touch it again around 3,800. That is going to be if you guys can hold support right here at 3,200. So if that's the case, then I think that you guys are in great shape, and will start flying very shortly. And don't forget, you guys are still the beneficiaries of one of the coolest apps that you can possibly have in the crypto space. So good luck. Moving on. All right, guys, I don't want to get off on a rant here, but guess what? We are now at the spot where Ethereum is hitting all-time highs, and it's settling around the all-time high. We are in a spot where the altcoins are starting to move. It's not parabolic, but it's getting there. You're starting to see Solana swipe Cardano for the 5th position. You're starting to see Ethereum have a revival. And remember, I'm not saying Ethereum at any point was ever dead, but you're starting to see that it doesn't matter. People are willing to pay. They're willing to pay these amounts. So that flippening could very well start happening, and not just Solana and Cardano, but I'm talking about the real flippening where Ethereum overtakes Bitcoin in overall market cap. This is an insane market right now. We're at $2.86 trillion, and we have not hit the rush yet. We have not hit that parabolic blow off top. Bitcoin still has some money to make. So there's going to be money coming out of the altcoins very shortly for a run that Bitcoin made. Now, I thought it was going to start yesterday, and it just held support at around 63,000. It is obviously struggling with that number right now. But to remember here, there was 64 was the original high for Bitcoin not too many months ago. There was absolutely no support at 63,000. So when people are telling you that it's struggling with 60,000, well, that's the biggest number that it's ever sustained for any period of time. So it's going to have, it's a crypto just like every other crypto. So there's moments where it's just not going to happen, especially when you have professionals who are manipulating the market for their own benefit, when you have shorts who are doing it, when you have longs that are doing it. Everybody's manipulating this market just a little bit. That's the way that it works. But at some point, it's all going to settle. And when it settles, Bitcoin is going to go crazy. And the market share for Bitcoin is going to go up to about 46%, maybe 47 or 48. You never know. Probably not. We're probably past that point. There's too much altcoin now. But it's going to start to go up, and you're going to see that market share number lift up quite a bit. And then you're going to see Bitcoin hit 70, 75, 80. For those of you that have been watching me for a long period of time, you know that everybody's been saying 120, and I've been saying that there's no way that it's going to hit 120. So right now, I'm going to say the maximum that's going to do is probably 80. And I am wanting to be proven wrong on this, by the way. But we're going to get up. You know, Bitcoin's going to hit 70,000. When Bitcoin hits 70,000, there's going to be a cascade of sell-offs. We're going to look for that. You're going to look for that floor again, probably, hopefully, right around 63. And then all of that money that was made during that period of time is going to come cascading down, and it's going to hit the Ethereum markets. It's going to hit the Solana markets. It's going to hit the Cardano market if there's ever an actual Cardano market. It's going to hit all of the markets. And then you're going to start seeing just a huge and parabolic lift. But we still have to go through the days to get to that point, and we're not even in American tax time yet. So when we want that big parabolic run up and that blow off top and stuff like that, that's going to come when there's a lot of money entering the system. And it's not entering the system right now because everybody's buying stuff for Christmas. And the economy is crazy right now all across the world. So we're not there yet. We're getting there. We're getting closer. We're just not in that mode yet. But that doesn't mean that altcoin season can't be had. It doesn't mean that you can't make significant and very nice gains to everything that you're doing right now. You're seeing life and you're seeing action out of tokens that a few months ago people were crying, are they ever going to go up again? So we're starting to see it. There's life here. There's money here. There's a lot of it going around. Get your piece. Don't be left behind. Don't be one of those paper-handed moon people. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. You don't owe anybody anything. That's my time. Guys, this market, it's blowing up. Be part of it. Don't get wrecked.
Been around since the 80s and wasn't always cool, especially with the ladies. I was a damn fool. Dad was an alcoholic. Mama, she had to leave him. Grew up around the fighting, the fussing, cussing, and cheating. That's when I started breaking all of the rules, selling drugs and robbing people. I was kicked out of school. I was a bad kid, tearing shit up, sleeping on couches with 40 bottles and cigarette butts.